Well, I thought we'd continue on with my obsession with headlamps. So I got a bunch of videos on these headlamps, and I like these flat ones because I have to get in a lot of tight spaces. But you can see this one here is the one that failed, so this, you'll never see this bar light up because it's got an open right there. So I let them know, and they sent me a new one. And this one I really babied. I really took care of this one. And you can see that should be on right now, and it's not. So same thing happened to this one. If you can't get this one to light up. So, and then if you see these here, I've got 3 or 4 of these, but they just don't last long, battery wise and light wise. These lights will burn out pretty fast. So hopefully in the future here I'll be trying another one, see if I can find something that can handle a work environment. The latest headlamp is going to be this Milwaukee. They have quite a few different models. You have to check and see if they're made for hard hats or not. This one is made for both. And that's the one thing I don't care about it. So far it's been okay. I've only been using it for a week, so I don't have a long-term opinion of it. Right, you can see how thick it's gonna be, and I do have to get into tight places. That's why I prefer this style, but they just don't last. So we'll see here some of the features. That's where you charge it. You turn it on and off from here, and it's got a bunch of modes, too many modes. So I've been using it on high. Of course, you can see how small this is, so the battery doesn't last very long. But it does have a couple of features I like, where this tilts, so when you have it on your head, you can point it down to what you're working on. So that's been really useful. And the other thing is, this is magnetic. So this pops off. You can stick it onto something. So that's been pretty good too, but once again, I want to use this for a few months before I give you a real opinion about it. So far, the thickness of it hasn't been an issue, but we'll see here in the next month or two when I get into some of these spots I have to get into. The other flashlight I bought, I was using Coast flashlights that you get from Home Depot, and most of them, the switch goes bad on them pretty quickly. The last one I had was doing pretty well, and but I lost it, so I got this, and this one has been okay, except for that you can see how flimsy this is. I've bent this back 100 times. I mean, you barely rub up against something and this flashlight pops off. So I've already lost it a couple times, and luckily somebody's found it and returned it. But other than the clip, this has been a pretty good flashlight for me. I just wish they'd make this clip out of something a little stronger. So we'll see what happens the next couple months, and I'll let you know how that flashlight or this headlamp turns out. And I know the battery doesn't last very long. These are pretty expensive. They're in the $70 range. So I'd like to have 2 so that I could pop it off, charge one while I'm using the other one, because I don't work for 2 or 3 hours at a time. Sometimes I gotta work for 8, and I need a light for 8. So I have tons of different flashlights and lamps that I've used in the past, but the headlamp is really what I like best. All right, so we'll see you next time.